What is sexual narcissism? This term may be hard to understand for some, but it can greatly impact close relationships. Sexual vanity is not just about wanting praise during intimacy. It shows a strong feeling of deserving things, trying to control, and not caring about what the partner needs. How can you tell if you or someone you know is a sexual narcissist? And more importantly, what does that mean for how partnerships work? If you want to understand what sexual narcissism is, how it affects relationships, and what it really means to be a sexual narcissist, you're in the right spot. In this video, we will look at what sexual narcissism is, how it affects personal relationships, and the emotional and mental impact it can have. This discussion will help you understand your own behavior, or determine if someone you know is a sexual narcissist. By the end of the video, you'll understand what sexual narcissism is, and how it affects relationships in close situations. Stay with us until the end to learn how to recover from the harm it can cause, and how to safeguard yourself from its effects. Welcome to today's video. We're going to explore a topic that's often misunderstood, but very important for understanding human relationships: sexual selfishness. Before we start, please like, subscribe, and share this movie with anyone who might find it useful. Let's explore an important question that often doesn't get much attention. Are you a sexual narcissist? At first, the word might seem like it only applies to very narcissistic people, but in truth, many people show signs of sexual narcissism without realizing it. Sexual ego goes beyond just wanting attention or praise. It involves using sex to gain control, approval, and power over others. It means focusing only on your own wants and needs in a relationship, while ignoring or neglecting what the other person needs, including their feelings and limits. What does sexual selfishness really look like in practice? How can you spot these traits in yourself, or someone you're close to? Sexual narcissism has many of the same basic qualities as narcissism overall. These include a big ego, a strong sense of entitlement, a lack of empathy, and a constant desire for approval and praise. In sexual relationships, these traits show up when someone uses sex to boost their self-esteem. This could mean using tricks, being selfish, or trying to control a partner. Sexual narcissism changes the way people see sex. Instead of being an equal experience between two partners, it becomes something that only satisfies the narcissist. This behavior usually comes from deep insecurities and a strong desire to feel better than others, especially in close settings where they can take charge. Why is sexual ego harmful? The harm caused by a narcissist isn't just due to their lack of concern for their partner's feelings or health. It often happens on purpose, with no regret or thought about how it impacts the other person. The partner is seen as just an object to fulfill personal wants, instead of being recognized as a person with their own feelings and needs. This kind of behavior can quickly make a partnership unhealthy, leaving one partner feeling less valued, disrespected, and emotionally tired. A person who suffers from sexual narcissism may start to feel very insecure, confused, and lose their sense of self-worth. One of the sneakiest parts of sexual narcissism is that it can be very hard to see, especially at the beginning. A sexual narcissist might seem charming, confident, and very giving at first when it comes to intimacy. They might give their partner a lot of care, love, and compliments to make them feel special. But this is not done out of true care or love. It is done to keep the narcissist in charge and to gain praise. When a partner's needs, wants, or limits clash with the narcissist's sense of privilege, their behavior changes. A narcissist may try to control a situation by using manipulation, mental abuse, or being unkind, to make sure their needs are prioritized. What does sexual ego look like in various relationships? Whether it's a casual relationship or a long-term one, signs of sexual ego may not be obvious at first. A narcissist often ignores your feelings and focuses only on their own happiness. They may not notice or care how their actions affect you, and you'll start to see this more clearly as time goes on. Soon, you won't be able to ignore these habits. especially when you see the unhealthy pattern developing. Let's explore some of the typical actions displayed by sexual narcissists. They may start the relationship by giving you a lot of attention, praise, and affection, which is often called love bombing. Though it might seem like they truly care, it's really just a way for them to maintain power and feel good about themselves. As the relationship develops, they might start to want regular approval and compliments about their sexual skills. If their partner doesn't give them enough praise or respect, they may become angry, uncaring, or mean. In serious situations, they might make their partner feel guilty for not meeting their sexual needs, which helps the narcissist feel more powerful and in charge. Sexual narcissists often use a tactic called gaslighting. Gaslighting is a way of emotional trickery where a narcissist causes their partner to question their own feelings or experiences. For example, a narcissistic partner may accuse their partner of being frigid, ungrateful, or selfish for not being fully involved in sex, even though their own behavior, such as disregarding the partner's boundaries or desires, was the cause of the disengagement. This method helps control the situation, but also damages the partner's confidence and self-esteem, causing them to doubt their own feelings and experiences. Being in a relationship with a sexual narcissist can be very emotionally draining. A partner of a sexual narcissist may start to feel alone and unnoticed because their needs and limits are often overlooked. They might begin to think that their sexual feelings and limits are bad or not good enough. Over time, this can cause serious mental harm, making the victim feel unlovable, uncared for, and disrespected. When a person's self-esteem decreases, they may become more open to being treated poorly and find it hard to build good relationships later on. How does a person become a sexual narcissist? The causes of sexual ego are complicated and varied. These behaviors are often influenced by early childhood experiences, where a person's emotional needs were either overly satisfied or totally ignored. As a result, the person may have learned to constantly look for praise and approval to deal with feelings of fear or not feeling good enough. As time goes on, these qualities become part of the person, and they start to use sex to boost their self-esteem and satisfy their mental needs. In close relationships, this situation shows up as a one-sided interaction, where the narcissist's wants are always more important. If a sexual narcissist has hurt you, the first step to healing is recognizing what happened. The first step is to see the behavior for what it really is, and know that you are not to blame. Healing means establishing clear boundaries, getting help from others, and working on regaining your self-worth and emotional health. It's important to know that you're not alone. Many others have faced similar challenges and are trying to heal and move forward with their lives. For people who realize they have selfish traits, getting better can be more difficult. It requires looking closely at yourself and being ready to face your insecurities and mental hurts that lead to these behaviors. You might need to get professional help like therapy to understand the reasons behind narcissism and to learn better ways to interact in relationships. Changing narcissistic behaviors takes time and effort. However, with commitment, help from others, and a true wish to improve, you can learn to interact with people in more respectful and caring ways, both in relationships and mentally. The harm from sexual selfishness can last a long time, but it can be fixed. Over time, with self-kindness and the right help, both victims and people with narcissistic traits can heal and build better relationships in the future. The important thing is to notice the trends, deal with the emotional problems, and commit to making positive, lasting changes. In this video, we talked about sexual narcissism, which is a behavior that can greatly affect relationships. It's important to recognize its signs and understand the impact it can have. If you see these traits in yourself or someone you know, remember that it's possible to heal. For victims, knowing about sexual narcissism can be helpful. It can aid in taking back control of your emotions and mental health. If you have narcissistic tendencies, the first step to making good changes is to seek help and work on understanding yourself better. If this video is helpful to you, please like, follow, and share it with others who might find it useful. We can help people understand how sexual narcissism affects relationships and promote better, more balanced connections. Thank you for watching. Remember, loving and respecting yourself is key to a healthy partnership. Stay strong and look after yourself.